watching AYV Television.
Good evening. This is Primetime News on AYV Television. I am Phoebian Sweel. We'll begin with tonight's headlines.
U.S. government donates over 113,000 doses of Pfizer vaccines to Sierra Leone.
On June 10, President Biden announced that America would donate 500 million Pfizer vaccines to the world's most vulnerable people.
10 political parties signed MOU with the Consortium of Progressive Political Parties,
who decided that talking and struggling with issues that are closing the democratic space in silo.
And Horton Command and Staff College commences its 2021 Senior Command and Staff Training course for 35 officers.
This course will last for 12 weeks. It is an intensive course package designed for majors as well as lieutenant colonels.
Now for the full news with Phoebian Swing.
Now, the National COVID Response Center has, in a public notice this evening, announced that the nationwide curfew from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. has been lifted. The notice further says that while congregational worship shall continue, COVID-19 preventive measures are strictly to be adhered to. NACOVAC also says that all persons accessing public buildings must provide proof of at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccination and a no mask, no entry policy strictly enforced. Teachers, instructors, school administrators and support staff in pre-primary, primary and secondary schools are expected to provide proof of COVID-19 vaccination, as well as lecturers, administrators, support staff and students in higher institutions of learning. Now, restrictions on public gatherings, including funerals, weddings and receptions, are lifted. Restrictions on hotels, bars, restaurants, nightclubs, cinemas and any large-scale and sporting activities are also lifted. Still in the news tonight, 10 political parties have signed a memorandum of understanding with the Consortium of Progressive Political Parties in order to pledge their party's commitment to oppose and condemn bad governance. These political parties include the APC, NGC, PMDC, C4C, Unity Party, amongst others. Sheku Muhammad Silla reports.
Consortium for Progressive Political Party is a group of opposition parties that seeks to end the suffering of their people by using democratic and lawful means in the forthcoming general elections. The chairperson for the consortium, Femi Claudius Cole, said all the political parties have set their goals in ensuring that the legal fight for their people in the country.
Consortium is a group of political parties who share the same vision, who decided that talking and struggling with issues that are closing the democratic space in silo, each person talking individually, each person writing their press releases, each person coming out with various statements, in that solitary way, has no impact. The only way that we can have impact is when we speak with unity, we speak with one voice. So there have been issues that forced us to come together because we were all going to be negatively impacted. And the issue that was the real catalyst was the decentralization policy, where this government had a plan of removing political parties from local government elections. And that was the nursery, that's the breeding ground, that's where politics is actually done.
Some of the political parties share their reasons why they decided to join the consortium.
It is significant that we are strengthening our cooperation and collaboration, especially at this time when the people of this country are in need of an effective opposition.
That we should not gear the consortium towards that is because I feel we should see beyond the reign of the SLPP today, beyond the reign of another party that will take over. I mean, let's see something like that. You see, we have to take Sierra Leone, like NGC says, Sierra Leone first.
Last week, the president called the the chairman of local councils, the mayors, and told them that it's reversing. If APC were to shout, we will shout, they will not hear us. But when 13 registered political parties stand up their ground on any issue, I think even an uncaring government will listen.
Because I took my time to read that letter, and every reference that was made to the law, the statute, I made sure I looked at it. I do not see anything wrong with the letter coming from PPRC. All PPRC is doing is to remind us of our legal obligation. That is,
the consortium had 15 mandates, which includes that the consortium shall identify controversial policies or decisions taken by government that are inimical to the interests of the people, educate citizenry of such issues, and take appropriate actions to reverse them. Sheikh Mohammed Saleh, AYV News, Freetown.
The U.S. government has donated 113,490 doses of Pfizer vaccines to the government of Sierra Leone. Now, the doses were handed over to the Health Ministry by the United States Ambassador to Sierra Leone, David Raymer. He said the donation is part of President Biden's initiative to expand vaccine availability worldwide. Salifu Cherno Kamara reports.
But the 90%, which is the more important part why people fail, is the inability to find customers in the market. Remember, I said you could have a brilliant idea, you could have a
for that. Still in the bulletin tonight, Cord Aid Sierra Leone has ended a day training for 40 small and medium enterprises that were provided to them by the government. The training, which falls under the Sierra Leone Agro-Processing Project, seeks to not just build their capacity, but also ensure they are investment ready. Samuel Kouoma reports.
But the 90%, which is the more important part why people fail, is the inability to find customers in the market. Remember, I said you could have a brilliant idea, you could have a brilliant plan, but if it's not implemented, it's nothing. So if you have a brilliant product, and that product does not have the demand from customers, how do you sell that product? What is the value of that product to everyone else? What problem does it solve? What need does it cushion? So this makes the product market or problem solution fit crucial to a business's success.
Country Director for Cord Aid Sierra Leone and Liberia, Mohamed Sisi, was sounding the mindset of the prospective selected business owners who've made it thus in this training exercise, and how best they understand why new businesses fail. This training is a joint effort of the government of Sierra Leone and the World Bank. The aim, according to Dylan Soji Thomas, Cord Aid's private sector development manager, is to ensure ways of building their capacity to be investment ready.
You can get good ideas, good products, but if you do not have all the components in place to be a good business, you will not be successful. So, and the whole idea of this business training that we are providing to them is not just to do business, but to be investment ready. And so that's what we're doing. Among the SMEs, you will notice that some of them, they're not good with marketing. Some do not know about how to get into the export market. Some do not know how to prepare their books properly for tax purposes.
Nasu Fofana, one of the trainees, admits the training is one they can't afford to pay for, taking into account the knowledge gained.
It's been very, very good. I mean, quality training is what we're having here. I think paying for this kind of training would cost thousands of dollars in any other institution. So I am grateful to the government of Sierra Leone and the World Bank and of course Cord Aid for really putting together this opportunity for us. And as a beneficiary, I want to be able to do more to impact not only my knowledge, but to also share. You saw that I brought somebody with me today who is an intern.
This is one of many trainings Corded has organized for businesses in the country, but with the knowledge on identifying problems, the needs and opportunities that comes their ways. These SMEs are sure to excel. Samuel Kuroma, AYV News, Freetown.
Now, the U.S. government has donated 113,490 doses of Pfizer vaccines to the government of Sierra Leone. The doses were handed over to the Health Ministry by the United States Ambassador to Sierra Leone, David Raymer. He said the donation is part of President Biden's initiative to expand vaccine availability worldwide. Salifu Cheno Kamara reports.
This is the country's first set of Pfizer COVID-19 vaccines, which marks the second gift to Sierra Leone by the U.S. government, distributed through COVAX, a global initiative aiming at equitable access to COVID-19 vaccines, especially to developing nations. The U.S. ambassador to Sierra Leone says, with the recent delivery of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine to the Health Ministry, addition of the Pfizer vaccines now amounts to 264,690 COVID-19 vaccines from the U.S. government to Sierra Leone in a week.
On June 10, President Biden announced that America would donate 500 million Pfizer vaccines to the world's most vulnerable people and economies. This shipment today is part of that commitment. Here in Sierra Leone, since the start of the pandemic, the United States has provided over $16 million in support to the fight against COVID, working in partnership with the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, with stakeholders and communities. This donation of over 113,000 Pfizer vaccines is another step towards a return to normal and is a testament to our commitment to stand together with the people and government of Sierra Leone to address shared global challenges. Together, we can respond decisively to COVID-19 and overcome this pandemic.
The Deputy Minister of Health, too, Dr. Amara Jambai, said the U.S. government has always been in the forefront to get rid of diseases in Sierra Leone and the world at large. He underscored that for life to go back to normalcy, people need to take the jab, adding that demanding for the injection is a right that all citizens must take advantage of to make the country and the world a safer place.
We want to say thank you to the American government and the American people for their benevolence. We still have a nation of people that are yearning for the vaccine, and soon we are going to create the demand so that we will have more vaccines coming in. The notion that an epidemic, a local epidemic, has the potential to become a pandemic is what you are trying to thwart, what you are trying to prevent.
With the Pfizer vaccine, the country now has 4 types of vaccines. All the vaccines are said to be safe and effective, and that when the jab is taken, it will help to prevent potential outbreak of dangerous new variants from spreading. Salivujorna Kamara, AYV News in Freetown.
Hortin Command and Staff College has commenced its 2021 Senior Command and Staff Training course for 35 officers from the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, Sierra Leone Correctional Service, Gambian, Guinean and the Liberian Armed Forces. The course is to provide students with advanced knowledge on what is required of senior officers in performing their duties. Memonato Bangura reports.
The Senior Command and Staff Training course is a routine preparation for senior officers taking part in overseas courses and to develop their career and enable students to be professional in the discharge of their duties. The Chief Instructor of the college, Lieutenant Colonel William Tennyson Pesima, gives details of the course.
This course will last for 12 weeks. It is an intensive course package designed for majors as well as lieutenant colonels, and it is one of the career courses that promotes a major to the rank of lieutenant colonel, as well as also assist our Ministry of Defense so that they can conduct effective selection for students that will be attending overseas courses after this course. This particular course is divided into two phases. The first phase will cover communication skills. The second phase of the course will be purely operational, and that one will not be attended by the Sierra Leone Correctional Service student. And at the end of the day, that particular course closes down, we will conduct a final written exam that will climax the end of that particular phase.
Representing the Chief of Defense Staff of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, Brigadier General Christian Fahimara urged students to be attentive and concentrate on their cause.
The CDS's message to the students is for them to take the course with all seriousness it deserves. As I mentioned in the CDS's keynote address, it is a course that is conducted to select qualified majors, those who will become the top students for courses abroad. Out of this course, the top students will be going to Nigeria, Ghana, Bangladesh, and China, as the case may be.
Some of the students pledged their commitments and expectations towards the cause.
It will enable us to cooperate and coordinate with them in terms of multinational operations. If we are involved, and we are going to be a team. So that is a very important cause for us. Just we are very, very committed and dedicated to the cause to ensure that we all come out here with flying colors so that we continue with our military career.
So we believe that the end of the course participants will be reliably informed, and then we will be well equipped with the knowledge so that when it comes to peacekeeping operations in multifaceted theater, they can operate without any problem.
Ramonatu Bangura, AYV News, Freetown.
Now, the Commissioner for Microeconomic Policy and Research at the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Kofi Konadu Apraku, has expressed worry over the African continent, stating that the continent has more resources than any other continent in the world, yet its people are impoverished. He said this during the validation of the final draft document of the Vision 2050 in Accra, Ghana. Joseph Johnson reports.
The validation of the document is to share insights based on significant understanding of the development plans of the region. In a speech on behalf of the Vice President of the Commission, Her Excellency Madam Finda Kuruma, Dr. Kofi Konadu Akweku noted that the meeting is a key step towards the finalization and adoption of the ECOWAS Vision 2050 document.
The world is moving on and we can't be left behind. Every step that we take, we seem to take 2 more steps backwards. We have to reflect deeply our responsibilities to each other and to our countries and to future generations and make this work. Nobody is going to do this for us. We have the capacity, we have the intelligence, we have the experience, we have the resources, more resources than any other continent in the world, yet we remain poor. It is our belief that through your engagement in this meeting, you will use your strategic positions to support the mainstreaming of the Vision 2050 in your respective national development programs and actions. Ultimately, I am committed, I am confident that this engagement with you today will also be an important step in facilitating national ownership for this document and finally for the finalization and implementation of the Vision 2015 and its follow-up action.
In an interview with Dr. Apraku, he noted that the incident in Guinea is a distraction.
So this is a major setback, and it's not one. We have had one incident in Mali, and so one too many. And then recently in Guinea. We are all concerned because if you read the Vision 2020 that we have just gone through, ECOWAS is looking for a prosperous, integrated, peaceful, democratic society, region. So that does not include military interventions. And it is our wish that those become things of the past, so we focus on dealing with the problems that we have. This is a distraction. It takes us back. It brings back the images of unstable Africans who don't know what they are doing. We are less serious. It's not the image that we want to build now.
Joseph Johnson, AYV News.
Campaign for Good Governance, CGG, has trained 20 people to serve as ambassadors for the eradication of hate speech at Ward 445 Malama community. The training, according to the lead campaigner of hate speech, Badritu Ture Algali, is part of preparation towards peaceful elections in the country. Ronald Jomovia has more on the story.
Political intolerance and the rise in the use of hate speech has become a major challenge to Sierra Leone political processes, which has sometimes led to violence during election periods. The hate speech campaign being implemented by Campaign for Good Governance at Ward 445 seeks to educate community stakeholders, youth groups among others within the community on the danger of hate speech and how it could be eradicated.
We just rekindle into hate speech campaign, this Campaign for Good Governance. And we identify Ward 445 to take this campaign. And we should identify 20 participants, which we did. Hate speech. Yes, I said earlier, there were a lot of hate messages going on social media, especially after 2018 elections. And of course, I'm an election observer. After 2018 election, we observed that there were a lot of violence in elections. Most of the by-elections observed were marked by violence because of hate speech and political intolerance. And so we focused on preaching against hate speech, especially targeting the youth. Because most times, the youth are used to propagate these messages. When hate messages are being shared on social media, we see youths are in the forefront to share these messages, and they also actualize these messages in communities, especially during elections.
Stressing the importance of such engagement at community level, participants noted its timeliness and how it can be cascaded to change people's mindsets.
APC, SPP, PDP, all probably one, will not be enemy. Or say I use it, but this to me, I know for did. Because by now they do much amount who put up so the maximum they look better, partially you today. But the time they guys are YouTube about the end they use.
And more of areas already like the 2 areas there. And I feel say politicians and use we a lot, but with help and campaign, a lot of campaign, I feel say a lot of things that we will get. We will abstain.
No, if they not organize short workshop, 2023, it will look bad off. Because they think the kind of hate speech, and more than WhatsApp group, if they listen up, they really see something in per boy. And that makes it very important for organized.
The campaign brought together community stakeholders, youth groups, market women, bike riders, as well as first-time voters who are expected to be ambassadors in the campaign against hate speech. Ronald Chomorovia, AYV News, Freetown.
This is Primetime News on AYV Television and Radio. Stay tuned for more news after this break.
Looking for a place to get quality education but don't know how or where? Canadian College of Modern Technology, situated at 1 Silicon Hills, Mile 91, opposite former Camp Charlie, is the right place for you. Canadian College of Modern Technology, an affiliate of Jalai University, is a fully accredited college with a Tertiary Education Commission, TEC, and a National Commission for Technical, Vocational and Other Academic Awards, NCTVA. We provide world-class tertiary education education in computer science, business administration, mass communication, business information technology, Microsoft Server administration, networking, database administration, building and construction, and other professional courses. Apart from its conducive environment, which makes it suitable for learning, Canadian College of Modern Technology is proud of its experienced local and international staffs. Come and experience its transformational learning environment, fully equipped with CCTV cameras, a world-class electronic library with the latest iMac computers for collaborative learning and research, and access to high-speed internet service throughout the campus. And guess what? Canadian College of Modern Technology is the first college in Sierra Leone to operate the first educational purpose-only television and radio station for its mass communication students. Come and be part of this historic experience. We have reserved a space for you. You want to know more? CCMC provides 24 hours electricity from a solar harvest power supply system with a backup generator. This highly secure campus also have a canteen, student hostels with clean pipe-borne water. Canadian College offers many more amenities for our students to help make learning a good experience. For more information, contact us on these numbers: 079-630-407 or 099-140-208. If you want to succeed, Canadian College will exceed your expectations. Canadian College of Modern Technology, a place where career begins.
Right, welcome back. I am Fabian Sweel, and this is AYV's Primetime News. Still in the bulletin tonight, NP Sierra Leone has opened a new branch in Matujong, Bonth District. The launching of the new branch is to ensure easy access to petroleum products and promote economic development in the chiefdom. Joseph Johnson reports.
The launching of the new MP branch at Matujong, Bonth District, is to ease some of the access to petroleum products as a challenge faced by residents, according to the CEO, Kobe Walker.
We're here to support the people of Matujong. We're here to commission another station. We're here to show our Sierra Leoneanness, and we're here to empower Sierra Leone and Sierra Leonean commerce. We believe that NP should be everywhere. Our philosophy is taking our products and services to the doorstep, the footstep of these wonderful Sierra Leoneans we so love. It is 52 miles to Bow, and now we're bringing the product here. So there's going to be more employment, there's going to be easy accessibility, and I'm pretty sure other businesses would benefit from this business. Ours is to ensure there is seamless flow of petroleum products in Sierra Leone, and we're achieving that. With a population of over 20,000 people, I understand we have sufficient facilities to satisfy all the people in Matujong and beyond.
The dealer of the new station, Mustafa Kalon, says the new station will not only serve Bonth District, it will serve Moyamba District and beyond.
Not even Matujong, at the tender service from the entire Bonth District, including Moyamba District, because we Bonth District and Moyamba District brothers. You don't understand. So me they deal with Moyamba District and Bonth District, and the service they go well based off MP and support.
Some stakeholders express appreciation for such a move.
We need to encourage people who come with this filling station, because we know the drivers that they will survive. If you not get fear, but cannot they move. You not get fear, you buy not they move. So if they don't come with the filling station, we appreciate, because anything what somebody do to you, if not small thing where you appreciate.
Joseph Johnson, AYV News, Bonth.
250 pupils in the Farabe and Kosotan communities have benefited from school supplies from the Edutainers Club. The club, which was founded some 17 years ago, is geared towards empowering young children in the area of education through their free syndicate they organize every year to fully make them vast in their schoolwork. This award ceremony is organized to award deserving pupils who'll make it during their exams. Lansford Lubimetska has more.
The Edutainers Club was formed 17 years ago with the aim of engaging young pupils within the Frabe and Kosatan community in ensuring they attain their full potential. This prize-giving ceremony is to award pupils of both NPSC and Beke who did very well in their exams with these school supplies and to motivate others within the community to do more. Dia Karim is the president of the Edutainers Club.
So because of the COVID, we are unable to organize the syndicate this year. So for that reason, we decided that we can make prize-giving ceremony for students in the schools around the community, both Frabe community and Kosoto. So we looked at all the schools in the community and selected the best 5 pupils for NPS in all of these schools. And also while we were on our preparation stage, we noticed that the Beke results are out. So we decided to bring in some few Beke students within the community with the best students. So that's what we did for this particular prize-giving ceremony. We targeted 250 pupils within the Kosotong and the Frabe community. And also we gave them school books, we gave them bags, we gave them pen, pencil, ruler, and some we gave them envelopes, like envelope to help them get few other stuffs. And in the envelope we have 100,000.
Both Kosatan and Frabe communities have similarities, especially with parents facing difficult challenges for their children to go to school, and also for the children themselves to pay attention and do well in their different external exams. But how did the parents feel with this intervention that Edutainers Club has done, not only to offer these school supplies, but for the free syndicates they've been organizing for their children?
It starts these syndicates since the class 4. But like they do very well, and it don't win so many prizes them like this Edutainers. When it sits the MPSC, it come up with 312. So they get to take me number, they call me, say they want make guys giving for them because they will do very well at the school community them. So if you find yourself here today, now they call we, follow we come. Surprisingly, they can't give a prize that we picking them in a bag and books them. I'm so proud of them. I'm happy so much.
Edutainers believe that a well-balanced way of life is the key to unlocking the enormous potentials of every human being. Due to the number of students failing public exams diminishing considerably, thus creating a society where education is highly valued. Lansford Lubimetska, AYV News in Freetown.
And now in sports, the team manager of Freetown City Football Club, Sima Conte, has said it is disappointing to note that coach Francis Zapakoma breached the 4 years contract they had him with for another club in the same league, adding that his act is against football rules and regulations and they're planning to seek legal redress. Manager Conte was speaking in a press conference with journalists at the City Hall in Freetown. Lansford McLean, our sports reporter, witnessed the meeting.
Before the recommencement of the Sierra Leone Premier League, teams in the league were on intensive preparation to bring in players from different clubs so that they will have a formidable squad for the tournament. Against this backdrop, Freetown City Football Club as a management has summoned a meeting to update journalists on the daily runnings of the club. Speaking to AYV, the team manager of Freetown City Football Club, Sima Conte, says it is disheartening for them to realize that their coach Francis Zapakoma has abandoned his job for another club for which they considered as breach of the regulations of football. He added that they have exhausted all avenues and they deem it necessary to involve the media on this matter.
He signed the contract with us for 4 consecutive years, and the said amount for that contract was 10 million euros and a salary of 2 million euros that we should be paying him, which of course for those 5 months, we've paid him, we've completed our own commitment. And as I speak to you, even when he has stepped off or resigned, we still pay him his salary to meet our own commitment as a club. But it is disappointing, and of course, as I told you in the conference, that I will take up this issue and I fight it to the latter, to the highest court. In his letter, he said he's stepping down for a few reasons. One among the reasons that we have loan players that we are unable to pay their loan fees, which to me, I consider it to be lie. Secondly, he said that we failed to meet the agreement which we had with him on his salaries, which to me, I considered it also as a lie. To me, I consider all his actions as a deliberate ploy to fraud the institution.
It tells AYV more. During a telephone interview with Coach Francis Zappa-Koma, he said it is bad for him to speak about club that he has served. But if the club deems it necessary about the current situation, they have the right to seek legal redress on the current situation.
Really, we get I signed a contract, and I think half of the money be the go on my account, then the remaining half. One two parties lose contract. If you want trade for anything where the agreement where the contract, the other one is back. If I get a contract with them, and they say they're going to pay this amount, and half for the go on my account, and half for the payment on the hand. Okay, so me and you, this month we're on 5 months, we're payment on the hand, I know you use that. And that's not a breach. That's not a breach of contract. So I give them a letter, I'm not just abandoned. I give them a letter that because of this reason, I will step down. So I don't know what they're promoting. I don't know the English.
As it stands on the log, Bo Rangers Football Club are leading with 21 points. Central Parade is on second position with 20 points. And strugglers Mount Oriel Slifa and Sierra Leone Police are on 17th and 18th position respectively. Ransford McLean, AYV Sports Freetown.
And Carlton Community has officially unveiled their supporters' team jersey. According to some stakeholders, this is the first time for the community to have its own team jersey. They made this statement during the unveiling ceremony at the Carlton Community Field in Freetown. Our sports reporter Michael John Fofana has more.
As a way of promoting community and grassroots football, the Carlton community has officially unveiled their supporters and team jersey. According to some stakeholders in the community, this is the very first time to have such welcoming drive.
I'm very happy and proud for Tilapia for telling us this is one of the developments we all along me and my team don't cry for. And as the first time in history that this community for unveil the county community team supporters jersey are proud for saying that the development that this community.
Ladies and gentlemen, all good afternoon. I get the joy for this afternoon to be part of this very important occasion, an event where they promote talent development, an event where they make all bloody, an event where they make we come together as a community.
They continue that this will help to add value to the team and players in the community, and also urge all community members to support the team by buying the supporters team jersey.
When I don't care today, we're not going to make a long statement. We have to pick them and we can pick them, we grandlord them, we uncle them. We all can focus support this year. They count 12 body, make all them a strong back to 12 body.
The community they do so because this way they do so
don't bring value to the foundation as organizers. And the first time in the history of the foundation, we get a team where they participate in our competition on Veil Jersey. They make them open, so we don't give it value as an organizer.
Football, now one of the things that we first of human and for youth, we not get opportunity. For now, I mean, we get a lot of support even within the community. You get, I mean, Mr. Kuruma there, Ambassador Kuruma, you get a lot of other community stakeholders. I think that the conference will support in any way we aim for bring that on top.
Michael John Fofana, AYV Sports in Freetown.
Well, that's the end of Primetime News for tonight. For more stories, visit our website on www.ayvnews.com. If you have any comments on the news, please send us an email to info@ayvnews.com. I am Phoebe Answil. Thanks for watching and listening. Have a good night. Stay safe. Cheers.